Finally, after putting it off for way too long, I am reviewing the original 2002 Attack of the Clones Deluxe 12-inch Jango Fett. God, I love this thing. In my top 10 favorite 12-inch Star Wars figures video, this was tied for first with his son Boba. It's an absolutely amazing figure. I love all the armor and all the accessories. And what you're looking at right now is him pretty much in his Camino fatigues. Of course, he still has his gauntlets and his boots, but you can't really do anything about that. Yeah, this is your base Jango Fett. In his, jumpsuit here, you can see he's got some conveniently placed Velcro. He's got his boots right there. I just knocked over the helmet. He's got his his boots, his gauntlets. He's pretty much got some of the essential gear, but for the most part, these are his training fatigues. And you'll see why I knocked over his helmet in just a second. But yeah, this is him in his basic kind of form before he put any armor on. And before we put any armor on, let's take a look at that head sculpt. Because especially for 2002, this is an amazing likeness of Temuera Morrison. I'm absolutely blown away by how good this is. It's better than the early Sideshow heads, I can tell you that. This is actually better than early Sideshow heads, in my opinion. It looks so much more like him. It just captures his look. It captures the look of Jango Fett, and I really like that. I mean, you can see the jumpsuit's pretty plain. There's not too much going on here. You kind of have this collar that goes over. You do have a zipper that goes down, and you can see his pecs. Whoa! Don't worry, I'm not going to take it off more than that. It's kind of funny, though. You can, put it real up. You can kind of zip it up and maybe have it, over his mouth or something like, oh, I got to protect myself. That's very topical, isn't it? But yeah, really good base figure here. Let's talk about the articulation of the base figure. You have a swivel and a ball joint. Kind of have the standard articulation for a 12-inch figure of this age. You just kind of have a swivel there at the waist. The legs can move forward, they can move out. You have the knee bend and no real thigh swivel, but you do have a swivel at the knee there. And the ankles can move up and down a little bit. So yeah, pretty standard 12-inch articulation. And you may be wondering, why does it seem like you're reaching really far? Well, that's because, and I've already unfortunately knocked over some of the stuff, I had very neatly, before I just knocked into it, all of his accessories laid out down here. So down here we have, let's lower the camera, all of his gear. So yeah, he has a lot of gear. First up, you have his helmet. That's why it knocked off, because I have it on his armor. Kind of like how it was in the closet in the movie. You have his belt and the straps for the holsters there. You have that. And we'll see the details when I put this on. You have his Geonosis Jetpack right here. And you have his Camino Jetpack right here. So you actually get both jetpacks. And this missile, I believe, is removable? Yes. Well, it's actually supposed to shoot out, and I just kind of tore it out, didn't I? Where's the button? There we go. The button's right there. You can just shoot it. There we go. That actually shoots out. I don't think the Geonosis one shoots out, unless I'm mistaken. I think I might be mistaken. I don't know. I go. Because it seems kind of like a separate piece, but I don't think, no, there's not enough space in there for it to shoot out. I mean, these are kind of, I don't know, there's those little nubs there. I don't think it does. I'm going to say no. But yeah, there's that. And then you have thigh armor, knee armor, shin armor. You have the chromed West Star blasters. The accessories are entirely chromed. Let's take a look at those. I really do love that. I love Jango's West Stars. I love kind of the hollowness of the handle there. They're definitely some of my favorite weapons in Star Wars. And then on this side here, you can attach to the gauntlet. You have his blades, which I really like. You can actually attach his blades. And you have the, oh wow, a Camino Saber Dart. I have one of those. I actually have two of those because the last accessories are these extra gauntlets. The reason these exist is because the fingers are bendy. Wow, you can bend the fingers, guys. Yeah, forget these. Absolutely forget these. The only thing it's good for is that you get another set of the blades and you get another saber dart on this gauntlet. That's all it's good for. That's literally it. Those are dumb. Don't worry about them. So with that being said, let's pan up and let's get this guy armored up. So first thing I'm going to do, let's put this back on. So hopefully this will be kind of easy. One thing I did notice when I was taking this off, because I actually have never taken all the armor off before, because why would I? Why would I need to take all the armor off except for review? That's why I kind of put it off for this long. So you get that strapped in right there. Then these scare me, because you have to, right here, I don't know if you can see, you have this little loop, and you kind of feed that through. But on this one, look at that. Can you see that? It's tearing right there. If this breaks, it's your fault. If this breaks, it's your fault. It's your fault if this breaks. Please don't break. Please, for the love of God, don't break. Okay, we're good. Okay. Whew. I was kind of totally expecting that to break. Then this one, if it'll actually come around, oddly enough, it's folded the other way. But yeah, you just, come on. The struggles, the trials, you can't even see it. The trials and, oh my gosh, you still can't see it. The trials and tribulations of working with an actual costumed action figure. Probably be easier to put on a real Jango Fett costume than some of this stuff, honestly. And then a 501st member is going to comment, oh, actually, you should probably just revoke that statement right now. And you know what? You're probably right. So there is the belt. Let's just pop on the thigh armor real quick. Probably want to get that under the strap. There we go. Thigh armor time. His undersuit seems a little dirty. I did get this guy used for around $30 loose, so that might be why it's a little dirty. And then knee pads. Those just go on like that. And I mean, the armor does go on and stay on pretty well. And the shin pads, those just kind of Velcro on. And thank goodness for Velcro, right? Velcro is one of the best inventions of all time, honestly. And just real talk here, Velcro is really great. So there's his bottom half, all armored up. And then let's talk about his top half. Easiest way to get this on is to kind of turn his head sideways and just oosh. You just oosh it. Ooh, oosh, oosh, ooh, ooshy, oosh. There we go. And it has the shoulder pads already attached as well. And also the tubes kind of feed through that little stitching right there, just FYI. And then these, you get tabbed in on the side. Best way to do it, I don't know if you can see, you kind of get the hole over the thing and then you just kind of squish it over. Get it, squish it over, because it's all really soft plastic. Except those tabs, they made those hard. Which is how it should be. It should be a hard tab into a soft slot. That's what I've been saying for years, and some companies just don't understand. And then the next step after that, if you want, and I would probably recommend doing this, because it covers up the neck when you have the helmet on, I would get this collar back. Get that back out, because it'll kind of hide the neck once you get the helmet on. There we go. So get that collar back out. And then pick your backpack. Do you want the Geonosis backpack? Or do you want the Camino Jetpack? I've had him with the Camino Jetpack for the past year or two. So I'm actually going to switch him over to the Geonosis Jetpack. But I'm going to show you how they both look. There's a Geonosis one that looks nice. And then let's get him armed up with his Westars. Oh yeah, look at that. They go in his hands so nice. Gosh, I love that. I love when a toy can actually hold his weapons properly. I'm looking at you, Vintage Collection Sith Trooper. I'm looking at you. I'm looking directly at you. Except you're not even in the room. And then I would take these little stabby bits. Plug these back in. I usually always keep them in, because why not? And then, oh wow! A Camino Saber Dart. You can just get that in there. There we go. And then, last but not least, the piece de resistance. You can choose to either have him hold it, or for the sake of this video, there's his helmet. Aw, man. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. And here I just want to give you a look with his helmet on for both the jetpacks. So there he is with the Geonosis Jetpack. And here he is with the Camino Jetpack. Ooh, come on. Ooh. there we go. So yeah, I've actually kind of prefer the Camino Jetpack because I like the colors on it more. But also the Geonosis Jetpack is way more kind of portable and streamlined, and I understand why he had this as his backup jetpack, because it obviously doesn't look as powerful as this one. So he's like, oh, I lost this jetpack, I guess I'll need to use this one on Geonosis. And also matches his color scheme a lot better. So yeah, there is the Attack of the Clones 12-inch Jango Fett, fully armed up, and I love it. I love it to death. So articulation's exactly the same. I mean, there isn't anything else to talk about. He's just as articulated as before. But now we have some more details to look at because he actually has armor. So the chest armor looks amazing. He's fully weathered all over. You'll see he has like the speckling, and look at the belt. That looks like real leather, doesn't it? The shine and the shimmer, and it just looks like real leather. I can really respect the choice of materials. Now, granted, I don't feel like the shin and knee armor looks the best, but you know what? It's a 12-inch doll. I can forgive it for not looking absolutely perfect. This thing retailed for I think it retailed for about $30 or $40 back in the day, and I spent about $30 on it. About how long ago was that? I want to say that was either 7-8 years ago is when I bought this thing. Man, time flies by. But yeah, his helmet looks absolutely superb. This is, in my opinion, the best toy representation of a Jango Fett helmet I've ever seen. Proportionally, it looks perfect. I love the weathering and the paint app. The visor can go down, and that looks really great. God, I love Jango Fett. He's so cool. He's so cool. I love Jango. Will we see Jango Fett in The Mandalorian? I wonder. Oh, man, look at that. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. Here, wait. Wait, hold up. Boop, thumbnail. Epic. But yeah, I love this thing. It is just so good. It proportionally looks pretty good. I mean, it does obviously look like, you know, a toy. But at the same time, I mean, look at it. Like, look at it from afar. Get out of their hair. And you can be like, yeah, that looks like an actual guy in an actual costume. I dig it. Because it's a toy in a costume. Oh, man, I love this so much. You can definitely see through this video why it's one of my favorite 12-inch figures. However, one issue is that he's kind of teetering. He can stand on his own, but I don't necessarily trust him. And because he's one of my favorites, he is granted a doll stand. So you just kind of get the stand over his waist like that. Just kind of pinch it in and just kind of slot it in. And then there we go. He usually just lives on a doll stand because I would rather him not fall than fall. I don't know why people I've seen someone, I'm not going to name names, but he collected Hot Toys. And he's like, oh, I don't use display bases. One of them fell over. I think a couple of them fell over. And they had big gashes out of their noses. What? Dude, use the bases. I don't have room for bases. These are super expensive things, man. Make the room. Anyways, little rant over. I don't know if any of you know who I'm talking about. Hopefully not. I don't want to start any beef, but yeah. Anyways, there we go. 12-inch Jango Fett. Said and done. There we go. Hell yeah. Finally reviewed this thing. Took long enough. I love it. It's absolutely great. I would highly, highly, highly recommend it if you're a 12-inch Star Wars collector, if you're a Jango Fett fan, if you are a person who enjoys living, get this Jango Fett. He's great. And he is by far one of my favorite pieces in my Star Wars collection. Him and his son Boba are definitely two of my favorite 1/6 scale figures in my whole collection. And I have how many? I have 4 sideshows. I have 3 Hot Toys. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So what, 4, 3, 7? These would be 8 and 9. You know, they're up there. I love them. But anyways, there we go. There's my review of this guy. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO box address, and frequently asked questions down in the description below. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.